Welcome and thanks for joining us and sticking around for our second half hour of The Factor. Imagine your ancestors surviving nearly 250 years of slavery. Most of you don't have to imagine. Going through horrors that have been documented and the ones that weren't. For their experience to be taught as something as that was good in history. Sounds like something that's totally crazy, right? And as crazy as it sounds, this scenario is real. Despite backlash, the Florida Board of Education has approved new lessons on slavery in school. Get this, it would claim slavery brought a personal benefit to black people. Not only is this ridiculous, it's a slap in the face for those ancestors who suffered so much damn horrific terrorization and just horrible experiences back then. I asked State Representative Jolanda Jones and Ron Reynolds to weigh in on this.
Guys, what the is going on there?
Isaiah, you know, this is one of those times where you should never joke about stuff like this, but I hope they were saying, look, we were just trying to prank you. But this is some straight up BS. This is one of the most idiotic, one of the most insulting, infuriating things that I've ever seen come out of a body. And I've seen some crazy stuff. But to say that there was some benefits to slavery for slaves, the only benefit was to the white slave owners whose backs my ancestors built wealth, and there's still wealth inequality today because of it. But there was no benefit to slaves other than being killed, other than being used as property and chattel, other than being beaten to death, picking cotton, building buildings, doing what the master wanted. There was nothing. It was barbaric. It was heinous. They whipped them. They beat them. They worked them to death. So this is outrageous that they want to teach this to kids. It's bad enough that they want to talk about this woke agenda, which is a bunch of right-wing nonsense, but now they've gone way too far. And I hope that the people of Florida will wake up and speak out against this nonsense. That everybody should be pissed off right now in the state of Florida and all over the country. They should be outraged.
Representative Jones, are they trying to rewrite history with this? I mean, it's just mind-blowing telling people there are benefits to slavery and we want the kids to decide what was good and bad.
Are they trying to rewrite history? They've absolutely rewritten history, one. You know, well, they don't want for them to feel guilt. They don't want for them to feel responsibility for what other people in their race did. Well, we're talking about separating children from their families. They did that in slavery. They literally broke up families. They lynched us. They had spectator sports of us. People came around like the Coliseum to watch them pull us from limb to limb. They were barbaric. They were incredibly cruel. They would put honey on us as they hung us, and they would let bees come. People took pictures of it. They cut off men's penises and put them in jars so that they can keep them as souvenirs. This is craziness. What I think the word they used, what word did they use? Acts of violence. Really? What a nice way to say what they did to us. So I'm offended. I'm ticked. I don't think the people in Florida are going to stand up to it. They're led by DeSantis, who is not, he doesn't appreciate Black people. And in fact, he doesn't appreciate very many people. So, and I think that other states will try to emulate this. I fully expect for Greg Abbott, Mr. Hot Wheels, to come in and try to outdo DeSantis. So they're going to try to out whatever this stuff is they did in Florida. And so I'm very disappointed. We need people to get out and vote because we have a lot of people who feel the exact same way here in Texas and around the country. Because this country was built on our backs. We did not have choices. It was not a, no, sir, I don't want to perform those job responsibilities. Like, no, sir, I don't want for you to rape me. You know, no, sir, I don't want for you to have me and some man sleep together so that you can breed us like animals so that we can have stronger slaves to work your fields and build this country. So no, I'm real upset about this. I'm offended by it. And it's my understanding that when they had a hearing on it and all these people complained about it, the education board there, after the public comments, voted it into law. And so my thing is, it was always a kangaroo court. They are performing, I guess, public hearings that mean nothing because they're going to do what they're going to do. And the only way to stop them is for us to vote and vote them out of office.
And of course, Representative Reynolds, when people hear this and they are still not motivated to get out and vote and make a difference in their community, what can you tell them? What can you do if people just don't care enough to get out and vote and stop this kind of stuff?
You know, Isaiah, sometimes, you know, when I had hair, I would have pulled my hair out. But if this don't motivate they damn ass, I don't know what will. Do you know that they want to put you back in slavery? When they want to say make America great again, there are many MAGA folks, they trampled upon our voting rights, our civil rights, women's right to choose, LGBTQ rights, and now we're seeing even more extreme. So I don't know what it's going to take. Sometimes I want to wring their necks and say, well, what difference does it make? This is the difference that it makes. Passing laws and policies like this that set us back. We have overcome so much in this country on the shoulders of those who paved the way. And in many regards, because of people like Governor DeSantis and Governor Abbott, we're going back. And so unless people wake up and start voting their values and holding elected officials accountable so they represent all people, not just the far extreme right, you're going to continue to see bad policies like this. So I'm going to tell them, don't complain to me about these bad policies if you don't vote. Your vote was bought by blood because people died for that precious fundamental right that we have to vote. And shame on anyone, man or woman that's over 18, that's eligible to vote, that does not vote. Shame on them because they're trying to do everything they can to strip all the protections that our forefathers fought for and died for. And shame on any person for sitting on their behinds and not voting.